are live for day 3 of how to make heroes out of your clients and create raving fans forever. Hi, Ed. How's it going?
Wonderful. Let's get started. I'm looking forward to this.
That's awesome. Hey, I don't know about you, Ed, but I love all these opportunities to think differently. Whether I'm in a free masterclass, a webinar, or or a paid program, whenever I can give myself access to something new, I always seem to find new momentum and energy.
You know, novelty attracts everybody. So we always look for new things. We love new things, especially if they're novel and useful.
Absolutely. So yesterday, and welcome everybody, whoever's viewing this, put your comments in. And if you want us to see who you are, give StreamYard access just by clicking that link on top. Wherever you're viewing from, if it's in Facebook, if it's in YouTube, or afterwards, feel free to comment and post your homework. We love seeing all that, and we haven't seen a lot of it lately. So get those points rolling, because you know what? With points come prizes, right? And we've got a few surprises up our sleeves, possibly at the end of this as well. So let's get in there. So yesterday, we practiced stepping into somebody else's shoes on how to make our clients heroes, or whatever problem you have to solve, whatever question you've got. So I want you to keep your list of your inspired contributors, and be sure to post that list in here or in the group, because I want to see who your list contains. But keep that list for future reference. And as Ed suggested, keep a folder or a binder for your worksheets along with all of your great ideas. You never know when you're going to need them again, and when those ideas are going to ignite others as well. So today's technique encourages you and or your team to let your imagination run wild. We've hinted at this technique in both videos leading up to this, and it's called Wild is Better Than Mild. And this is one of Ed's techniques, and I love it. And the point is, and Ed, just chime in, and I'll get you to explain it a bit more in a sec. The point of this technique is to start with the mild first. Ideas that are common, popular, ideas that you've seen elsewhere from everyone else. And then you take those mild ideas and turn them into wild ideas. Okay? The goal is to dream up the most unattainable, extreme, and impractical solutions you can think of to your given problem. So I want you to pretend that money and time were no issue. What ideas can you come up with that are wild and wacky, ideas that would really set you over the top? Ed, how about some ideas?
Well, first of all, let me say that good ideas start with good questions. So you have to have a really good question to work on. If you want to get wealthy, well, then you say, how would I make $1 million in my first year? Now that's a wild out there, you know, and that's the kind of thing you're going to have to change your thinking. Like if I said to you, what if you could make $5,000 a month? Well, you don't need really big ideas to make $5,000 a month. You can just get a good job and make $5,000 a month. So you're not going to get those wild ideas. You've got to have a wild question. I'll give you an example. A girl that I know, this past winter, I was talking to her, and she was a little bit depressed because she'd been putting on weight during this pandemic. So I suggested this to her. I said, think up something wild and just play with that. And so what she ended up coming with, she said, what if I had a body like a model? She said, by the summertime. And when I went to the beach for the first time, I looked like a model. Well, I'll be damned. I saw her this summer, and she looks like a model.
Wow.
She's slim. She just kept bouncing around ideas. And she said, what I told myself is, what if losing weight and getting fit was fun and easy? And then she kept looking for ways. And it worked.
Exactly. So, fun and easy, right? That's a key. That's the key to any momentum, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So once you come up with your mild to wild ideas, and you're going to get a worksheet if you've signed up for this challenge, you're going to get a worksheet along with this video within the next half hour or so. But once those are done, ask yourself what makes them so impossible? How can even part of that idea be scaled down to fit your own situation? What features of that wild idea could you incorporate? You might be surprised.
You know, Brenda, when I said, what if I made $1 million in the next year? You'll come up with some wild ideas, and you may not make $1 million. But what if you made $500,000? You'd still.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. So you just have to get a good question out there and then build on it.
Well, how do we make heroes out of our clients and create raving fans forever, right? That's a wild question, right?
It's a really wild question, and it's one to really do some thinking on. Now, when I'm looking for ideas, I go for a walk. That's my favorite thing to do. You know, if I sit down in front of the computer and try to come up with ideas, it doesn't work very well for me. It might work for other people, but not for me. So I get up, I go for a walk, and particularly, I only live 5 minutes away from the city trails, and I like to walk through the trails. I get tons of good ideas, and then I can start daydreaming and fantasizing, thinking about something really big.
Absolutely. It's getting into that alpha mode. That's exactly what you're doing. You're putting your brain into that alpha mode. Remember, we talked about that on day one. Yeah, and the thing is, give yourself permission to get silly, right? Give yourself permission to just have fun, and don't worry about being a perfectionist. Don't worry about, having things just right. Who cares? The wilder, the better, right, Ed?
That's right. And I just want to tell you this other little story. I have some friends of mine, and they're in different places in the country right now. So we get together every second week or so, and we do a happy hour. And then I thought, okay, how can I make this happy hour a little better? And I thought, well, what if I did this? You see that?
Yep. Pull it back a bit so we could see all of it. Happy hour, brainstorming, wild and crazy ideas. Oh, yeah. Well, everything's wild and crazy with happy hour.
Well, what I found out is that after 2 drinks is when you're most creative. So 2 drinks and you reach your peak of creativity. You drink any more and you start going downhill. But we did a session like this, and I'm telling you, the ideas coming out of it were just crazy. And some of them were, what we did it about is we go to Mexico every winter, and we couldn't go last year, but we decided to come up with ideas for the next vacation. And well, I'm telling you, we got some wild ideas and fun. That's the most fun Zoom happy hour I've ever had.
Well, that's good. And you know what? Yeah, I mean, whatever your method is, go there and just have fun with it, right? How to create heroes out of your clients. Ed, do you have one wild idea how to create a hero out of your client?
Well, I'll give you one example. I had a client of mine. I used to see him and his son at the Rebels hockey game, and we're both Calgary Flames fans. So one time I went and I got 2 tickets to the Calgary Flames game, and I gave it to him as a thank you. Well, I'm telling you, he was a hero with his son. His son got close to the Flames, and he was just thrilled.
Absolutely. No, and that is a great example. You know what, guys? I can't wait to hear your examples as well. So keep posting your homework, post in the comments, because we all learn from everybody, right? Everybody here, sometimes those ideas will just sit and percolate and generate new ideas and new ideas and new ideas, and it grows and they grow and grow and grow. So can you imagine all the ideas you're going to have if everybody comments, everybody lets you in to their own world. Ed, is there anything else before we sign off today?
Yeah, I just want to say that yes, that we have that one topic, but use this for anything. Use it for improving your relationships, making connections with people. Use it for anything, because the really important thing is to use that creative muscle. And the more you use it, the easier it gets to come up with ideas. So if you want to use it, ideas to improve your house, who cares? It's just the idea to get it, the ideas flowing. And once they start flowing, then it's easier to come up with ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, everybody. Your worksheet's on its way. Watch for that, as well as, just some inspiration from the group, right? And I, like I said, I want to see your comments as well. If you don't get your email and you've signed up for the challenge, reach out to me. Okay, reach out to me after you've checked your junk, after you've checked your spam. Let me know, and I'll make sure that you get it. All right. And it's never too late to invite people into this challenge. If I see a new registrant come in, I will send them both days or all 3 days to make sure that they're caught up. I am good for today. Thank you, guys. And I can't wait to see your progress. We will see you tomorrow for day 4. Bye.